All right, who's sick of our faces? I am.
We are back. Minnesota Vikings about to close this one out against the Cowboys. Fortunately, I don't think the Vikings are going to win this one.
No, they're not. But luckily, Davey won at life tonight.
Yeah, he did.
There
I
you
don't think
go.
you guys around for our live stream, but Davey did take two very, very hearty shots of fighting 69. And hopefully he's still okay.
Oh, he's fine. He's a seasoned. He's seasoned.
Yep. All right. Again, looks like Jalen Naylor out there catching the football.
That's a rumor. I got to be honest. I'm not watching right now.
Wow, I will. All right. Mullins under center. Puts Rager in motion.
Thank you.
It's a handoff to Kenny Ngwangu.
Are you shitting
It's
me?
about 4 yards. Would you want to get it?
No, I mean, I'm glad. All right, here we go. 2nd and 6. Dropping back. Nick Mullins dumping that thing in Wangu again. The guy is a machine.
Oh, you're ahead of me.
We got 56 seconds left. Vikings losing 40-3. Nick Mullins acting like it is two-man offense from the Super Bowl. And I like it.
You want some good tape? Remember,
Plenty to talk
your
about.
studs and your turds.
What's that?
Just remind everybody, come on, give your studs and turds later.
Yeah, let's see some studs and turds. It might have been a shit show of a game, but we got to do it.
Long you eating up there on 3rd and 1. If we didn't go for it,
go for it on 3rd down.
Is that enough?
4th down. 4th and 1. 27 seconds left. What are we gonna do? What do you call it here?
The game's over.
There's still some people in the crowd.
It's over.
40-3 will be the final.
McCarthy's hands. I wouldn't touch Mike McCarthy's hands. They're probably full of just God.
You know what Mike McCarthy reminds me of is Chet from Weird Science when he becomes the monster.
No, that's
He's
true.
Totally Chet.
Mason M, you're right. Anybody who's joining us for the live show, Davey will probably be a stud. All right, we'll give her a couple minutes here. Everybody, let them decompress. Come on, we want to hear your studs and turds. I would love to say there's plenty to talk about there, but there's not much.
Toadstool Chet, Ed Guy Rocks is right. He knows what I'm talking about.
Something tells me if Ed Guy Rocks lived in our town, something tells me all three of us might be best friends.
I think so. I think you've been at all of our events. Him and my dad would probably be in a band.
Yeah, no, Ed Guy Rocks. It was tough. It was not a great day. Not a great day.
No, it couldn't have gone any worse. In fact, I don't know anybody predicted this one. I don't think anybody said Vikings were going to lose 40-3, but that is what it is.
Only thing worse in this game will be Davey's butthole in the morning, which he already confirmed.
I think he's just going to. I mean, I'd be more about puking.
No, that's like a Tuesday morning for him. He's fine.
He says he's alive. He's here.
Davey's here. Attaboy. Davey becoming a fan favorite instantly.
Yeah. He really put himself on the map. This was his coming out party today. All it took was the Vikings get lost by 40-3 for Davey to.
If somebody can put out a game that they've seen in the last 10 years worse than this, I'd love to hear it because I can't think of one.
It's weird because it doesn't even change my opinion of either one of these teams.
It doesn't, but even in 2018 or 19, whatever it was, when we lost to the Bills, when we should have just blew their asses out, we still only lost by like 20. I mean, this is on a whole nother level. The Cowboys were just toying with us at points. I mean, they were like laughing. J-Ron Curse doing the skull chant.
Yeah, I mean, this was like, you go back to the 2000 championship game against the Giants. I mean, this is what it reminds you of. Even after we scored against the Eagles, the 37-7. What was that score? Championship game there. I mean, we've gotten our ass kicked like this before, but in season right now, coming off a huge win against the Bills, I mean, I just didn't see this thing coming. It's nuts. It's just.
Davey, you let her talk to us. We'll let her know that you got a nice little hat out of the deal.
Yeah, he did it.
You did go above and beyond. What was the 2017 Philly? What was the final score? 31 to, or what was it? 31-10.
Remember championship game?
Yeah. I mean, that hurt more. This one, for some reason, I think it's just because of the Bills game from last week. I don't know why
38-7.
it doesn't hurt. I mean, it sucks and it was painful to watch, but I'm not like completely I'm not completely bent out of shape. I know
we're still 8. We're still 8-2.
This is a good damn team. We had a real, probably one of the worst weeks you could imagine, but we're still one of the best damn teams in the NFC.
If we start going on a 6-game losing streak, yeah, I'll start to get worried. Right now, I'm not concerned. We absolutely got our ass kicked. Again, I said it in the live. We got owned at the line of scrimmage. That was, to me, was the difference in this thing. Absolutely destroyed on both sides. And that's sometimes you play a team that has, it just match up better to you at certain spots. And
sometimes when we touch.
I mean, you lose Darrisaw early in this one. Cleveland was out for a while. I mean, the Vikings couldn't do anything. The O-line was just a mess today.
Everything was a mess.
Cleveland was out for a while. I mean,
Ezra. All right, we'll give her another minute here.
We got 63 on right now. Again, not a lot of people wanting to come on and talk about this thing, and it is almost 7:00 on a Sunday, Thanksgiving week coming up. So, yeah, we were manhandled. Chess master of 111, absolutely.
That was gross, very gross. Dallas, for some reason, just absolutely owns us in Minnesota.
4-0 at the bank.
Robert Stack will come on. Well, I'm sure there'll be an episode about it. But why this happens, and nobody will know. But let's do it. Let's do it. Let's dive right into it. I mean, what's there to talk about?
Well, they start the game fumble on the third down. Cowboys get it. Defense makes a stand, hold them to 3. Okay, not a great start, but the defense stood up there. You're hoping for the best. Then the Vikings drive back, and then T.J. Hawkinson drop. I mean, it just kind of unraveled from there.
We had 183 yards in total offense.
Yeah.
There's not much else to say. 183 yards. Justin Jefferson had more than that last week, didn't he?
Yeah. I don't get it. And you look at, really, as bad as it seemed, like how easy they're running the football. Dallas, they only ran for 136, and they averaged 5'3", 2'8", and 5'3" for each back. So I'm surprised by that number. But look at it. Tony Pollard had 2 receiving touchdowns, 109 yards on 6 receptions. It's just, it wasn't like Dallas was doing anything overly creative or overly complicated. The Vikings they couldn't get pressure, and they couldn't stop the pressure. That was the story of this one.
I got to be honest. First downs, the Cowboys had 23 to Vikings 16. If I was watching this game and you didn't tell me that, I would say we probably had 5 or 6 first downs. I can't believe we had 16 first downs. But yards of play, Dallas overly doubled us. We had 110 passing yards. 73 rushing yards against the Dallas Cowboys, who their MOs the last 3 weeks have just been giving up tons and tons of yards on the ground. I'd love to go through all these stats. Turnovers, we only had the 1 turnover. Dallas didn't have any. It's not like we had 4 interceptions by any means. It's just like every time Dallas had the ball, they were toying with us. It wasn't even fun to watch. You knew they were going to get it every damn time. They were making 2 60-yard field goals back to back. It's like a Disney movie. Seemed like it was made up.
Well, again, you're getting manhandled on the line, and also everything is going the Cowboys' way. Like you mentioned, the 2 60-yard field goals. Even after they went back and reviewed a play that was a play late, he comes back out and he hits it again, even better than the first time.
Perfect.
It was just insane. It's one of those games where everything goes one way, and again, it does come down to the trenches for me for this one. I think the Vikings they couldn't do it. They weren't strong enough. They weren't tough enough. They couldn't match the strength of the Cowboys. And Micah Parsons, I think he was fired up. I think he was ready to go. I think he had a chip on his shoulder, a hair up his ass in his show today. 2 games where he was shut down, and people started saying Micah Parsons has been solved. He came to say, you know what, there's still lots with me, and I'm going to show it today.
Well, he also went against Blake Brandel, so I'm not giving Micah Parsons that much credit. The big question is, what sucks is we have a very quick turnaround. Christian Darrisaw went out with a concussion. There's no way in hell he's playing on Thursday. Anybody who thinks he's playing on Thursday is drunk. So this is what sucks. We don't have time to even go sign somebody. Blake Brandel is going to be our starting left tackle come Thursday. And Blake Brandel, he was a top 5 winner last week. We loved what he did against the Bills. This was probably the worst I've ever seen a left tackle play in an entire game. So
it was horrible.
I mean, what do you even do at left tackle? I mean, I would honestly start thinking, like, can we put Brian O'Neill over there for a game? I mean,
no, you got it. You go Brandel, then you change the offense. You get a fullback in there. You get 2 tight ends going. You go jumbo package, today. Whatever you can do. Well, you got to do it against the Patriots because they have very good defense as well. Things can be very ugly against that defense too.
Matt Judon is going to rip Blake Brandel a new asshole.
You have to adjust. You got to do something because you're going to have Brandel this week. And again, I actually think the short week can be a godsend to get this taste out of your mouth, come back, a quick turnaround, forget about this game, move on. But again, the Patriots, a very good team coming to town again with a very good defensive front that you got to prepare for better than you did against the Cowboys because this was not good.
I mean, it's a valid point. I mean, it's not like Brandel won't be going against Micah Parsons on Thursday, but the way he looked tonight, I don't think it matters who he goes against. I mean, that was insane. I don't even know who the top free agent offensive tackles are out there, but I'd take somebody off the street out before him.
You're not gonna sign somebody Monday and have them start Thursday. There's no way in hell that's happening.
You see what Blake Brandel did?
It's gonna be Brandel. I mean, they're not gonna do it. It's not gonna happen unless they go with Udo. I mean, that's the only other option, like Mason M says here. But it is what it is. And again, I think the only thing you can do is help with the tight end or a fullback. That's all you can do.
About 2 tight ends and a fullback.
That's fine. You got to change the offense. You got to change the way it looks because right now, if it's the same way, same protection against the Patriots, the Vikings should get their ass kicked again on Thursday.
That was so bad. Christian Darrisaw. He's been an underrated guy all year. I mean, after every game, we're like, man, this guy just played his ass off. He's a top-rated PFF left tackle, but he still does not get the love he deserves. And this will solidify how important he is to this team. And it's very concerning back-to-back weeks. I mean, concussion issues, that's the last thing you want to see off of a young stud of an offensive lineman.
And
keep his ass out for however many weeks it takes. Keep him off the field. Get him healthy for the playoffs.
And what's concerning is it's concussions, and he's had 2 now in a week. And I mean, the league is watching concussions very, very closely. So he's definitely somebody who teams are going to take their time with. And thank God he played Thursday, so you have a long turnaround to the Jets come to town the following Sunday. So you can definitely sit back and get healthy for that. But we're not going to see him Thursday. It's going to be whatever combination they come up with. But again, it's got to be help. We cannot let Blake Brandel be on an island. No way in hell.
God, Blake Brandel. Jesus. It's horrible.
It was horrible.
No, it's horrible. Hey, if you're watching,
hey,
give us a sub. Let's get to 9,000 subs. Also, hit up that Patreon link. We got a new Patreon today during the live show. Greatly appreciated. Love one more. Let's get a Patreon.
Yeah. So again, let's go defense. We talked about the O-line, which is the big issue today. Kirk Cousins had no time to throw the football. We actually did. I mean, before we go defense, really, I mean, Delvin Cook, the average wasn't bad. What was it? 6.5 yards to carry, total the rock 11 times for 72 yards. So the run game was there. The run game was working. But when you're down 20-3 end of the second quarter, you got to start throwing the ball.
Yeah. I mean, to beat the Cowboys the last couple of weeks, it's because you're getting yards on the ground. But unfortunately, our defense was so fucking bad. We had no chance. And at some point, you just have to say we cannot hand the ball off anymore. And that's what they got because Dalvin only had 11 carries. And we didn't even mention, I mean, let's go to TJ Hawkinson. The first drive, second drive, whatever it was, that's 2 touchdowns he's missed 2 weeks in a row. Right through his hands.
Again, the first one doesn't bother me as much because he had a guy all over him. It was not an easy catch against Buffalo. This one was different. This one was different. He was wide open. No, he had a guy on top of him. I'm not going to sit there and worry about the last one against Buffalo. This one against the Cowboys was way more concerning.
2 weeks in a row.
The one today was bad. I don't get it. And the second, then he came out with the play after, and it was weird. He just started flailing his arms. I don't know what the hell happened there.
But 2 weeks in a row, a touchdown pass went through his hands. I realized that somebody was on him. It went through his hands. 2 weeks in a row. That bugs me. I love TJ Hawkinson. He's a big part of why we got those last 2 wins, last 2 weeks. I'm not like all of a sudden down on TJ Hawkinson, but That was. I mean, when you miss that, it's like,
Well,
what the hell?
and
Are you kidding me?
and why are these happening in the red zone? He catches everything else. The first down ones, the 10-yard, 12-yard plays here where there's a guy bolt ready to hit him. He catches those, but I mean, today that one was just bad. But again, that was the story of the day for the Vikings. It was weird. It was weird. Yeah.
And as much as I'd love to say that would have been a game changer, it wouldn't have been. We would have got our asses kicked regardless. So it was bad news. Mike in the house.
Yeah, we don't know if that's Mike Kimber or not.
Mike Kimber in the house. Good day. Well done on that W today. Congratulations. We got
a win today.
I don't know if you saw that.
It was bad.
But I mean,
really
Justin
bad.
Jefferson only had 5 targets today. I mean, there's a laundry list of things we can go through, but it's like Kirk Cousins.
Again, it wasn't even like really like he got targeted much after the first couple of drives. It was just, and they do that a lot during these games. Like Jefferson will go in these lulls, and also he'll come back and have a big fourth quarter, third quarter, whatever. Today, he went on a lull and never came back. Again, Cousins never really had time to do anything. And when he did, I think he was shell shocked. He was just throwing a thing to get rid of it because he thought someone was coming and smack him because he took some big shots today.
Yeah, Kirk Cousins, 12 of 23, 105 yards. Probably statistically one of his worst games probably since he's been a Viking, but that's not on him. That was on every time he took a snap, he had about 1.5 seconds before Micah Parsons, DeMarcus Lawrence, somebody was up in his face. So I if anybody's bitching about Kirk Cousins, that's not even realistic. It's not fair. He had no chance. It could have been anybody back there. They had no chance in hell when Blake Brandel is your left tackle going to Micah Parsons. And we already talked about Dalvin Cook. As far as receivers, it's not really much to get into because it comes back to Kirk Cousins not having any time. I mean, it's not like anybody was dropping the ball. It's not like anybody wasn't trying to get open. There was just zero time.
Apparently, we have a bunch of Lions fans on this chat right now. Yeah, I mean, I'm not putting this game on Kirk Cousins. I'm putting this game on the line on both sides. So that's where we were beat, and that's where we were exposed, and that happens. We got our ass kicked by a team. I'm not gonna say they're a better team, but they're better today by a lot, and they're definitely better where it mattered up front. I think the Vikings play the Cowboys again in the playoffs. Things will be different. I'm not gonna say they're gonna win, but I think it'll be a much closer game, and I do think we'll win. I'm gonna say they'll win. Let's move on here. Let's talk second half.
Mike getting some love. I love the fact that Mike comes on and gets love.
So the Vikings are
great show. Go over and give him a sub.
Yeah, for sure. Vikings down 23 at the half, and you hope they come back with some fire. Kevin O'Connell lights a hair up their ass, gives them some kind of, just epic motivational speech.
I got a lot of hairs up my ass.
It makes some adjustments, but you come out in the second half and it's just more the same. Maybe it's worse. So to me, that was probably the most disappointing thing, that you're down 23 first half, you come out and it's just the same exact thing you saw the first half, maybe worse.
Well, we talked about it on our live show. It's going to be very interesting. This is the first time Kevin O'Connell, rookie coach, getting love, possibly coach of the year, 8-1. Now he goes to 8-2. How will he bounce back? And it's even all the cards are against him, even on a short week. I mean, clearly his halftime speech, whatever he said, didn't work.
Wasn't good.
His post-game speeches after a win are wonderful. They're perfect. But how will this team bounce back? This is going to be a big, big deal because we got the Patriots again at home, short week without our starting left tackle. This is going to be a big, big deal. And he needs, the Patriots, it's not like they're a horrible team. They're right in the middle of the road. They have a good defense. They got some players that can definitely make some plays. So
Great
Kevin
defense.
O'Connell, this is going to be a very interesting task, and he needs to show the fuck up.
Well, not even just him, but the players. You just got your ass kicked 40-3. You're in the national game,
At
televised, the 325 slot. Have some damn pride. You got to think these players are pissed off. They want to make everybody forget this game happened, come out fired up, ready to go on Thanksgiving. They also got to factor in. It's prime time Kirk Cousins. Is that going to factor in? You can't get much worse than what happened today. But knowing what you're working with the O-line, how bad it is, how porous it is, hopefully Kevin O'Connell comes up with, 3-step drops, get the ball quick, handoff, running game. I don't think you're going to be in a lot of shotgun. I think it's got to be get the ball quick, you got to make up for this horseshit O-line you're going to be having, no matter what. If it's Brandel, Udo, Brandel with Ham, I mean, whatever. You got to adjust, and hopefully he does. But hopefully these players are embarrassed by what happened today, and they show up on Thursday on Thanksgiving and just take it to the Patriots, because you got to bounce back from this thing, because this is not the Vikings team that we've seen. Yes, they've had holes. Yes, they've had some bounces go their way, but the fight in this team, the way they come back in so many games, they show that they are a contender this year, and don't let this 40-3 ass kicking we received by the Cowboys change your mind on that. Vikings lose on Turkey Day. Kirk plays better in prime time. His teams don't. I don't know. I mean, I knew the Vikings would lose another game or two. I did not expect them to lose by 37 points to the Cowboys. I don't think anybody really did. Vikings could be the Packers or the Bear, Mike or Mike. I mean, you're right. We could be. But, I mean, the Bears are a team that I think at least they have some hope for the future with Justin Fields. Get a few more pieces around him.
No, they don't. They suck.
Packers are definitely going to be the one that are going to be in the slump, I think, coming up here. The Packers are in for a rough couple of years, I think.
Let's do studs and turds.
Already?
Yeah. I mean, what else?
We haven't talked special teams yet.
What do you want to talk about teams for?
Well, I mean, defensively, I mean, where was the pass rush today? Where was Smith and where was Hunter?
Everybody. It seems like everybody slept in until about 2:00 and just rolled into the game. Nobody was fired up. Nobody. I mean, it was bad. We during the live we talked. I mean, I think Horrible Harry had a very good first half. He was out there. He looked like he was fired up. Cam Bynum was out there lowering some shoulders. I love that. Harrison Smith definitely had a few good plays, was out there, but I mean, defensively, I mean, Andrew Booth, let's talk about him. Andrew Booth was picked on early and often, and if you're the Cowboys, why wouldn't you? He was having a horrible day.
And it's his first career start. It's really his second career game.
And he's our third, that's our third cornerback there, because Danzer's out, Caleb Evans was starting over Booth, and then we went to Booth, and it was our third cornerback. So you'd have to expect it.
And again, it was trial by fire as well in the NFL, and he definitely looked like the way we thought he would look. He struggled, and
I thought he'd look a little bit better than that.
I mean, he did.
I didn't think he looked that bad.
He missed a tackle early, came back, he made one. But yeah, I mean, he was picked on all day long. It was bad. One guy we did. I mean, Patrick Jones showed up today. Who was another guy I thought did okay? Kyrie's Tonga, 4 tackles, a tackle for a loss. So. Again, I don't know. It's just
Tonga, I was glad to see Tonga out there, but I mean, they were running all over us. So I mean, it was good to see him out there, but it's not like he was doing much.
Well, I mean, nobody was, and it's just Harrison Smith showed up a couple of times, but
Dak Prescott, 22 of 25.
Yeah, it was bad. It was just bad, and. I don't know. I mean, you try to work this thing through, talk it through, and just nothing's sounding good. Nothing's making sense. But the bottom line is this for me, before we bring on studs and turds, is the Vikings got their ass kicked today. They're 8-2. You got what? 7 games left, 6 games left. How does this new schedule work? 7 games left? I'm not concerned. I don't think they're going to not make the playoffs or blow the division. They're still going to be the NFC North champions. They're still going to make it to the playoffs. Yeah, you worry about, are they going to be able to compete? I think they will. I mean, again, you got your ass kicked, but I just think it was a Cowboys team coming in, wanting to prove something. A Vikings team kind of a big emotional win. You got some injuries. Things just went the Cowboys' way today. And today they were way, way better than the Vikings.
Yeah, I mean, in the comments, let's see it. Concern level, 10 being very concerned, 1 being not concerned. Where are you at? Because as of now, I'm at a 1. I am not concerned one damn bit. When we did our prediction video on how the rest of the schedule is going to go out, I said we're going to lose to the Lions and the Packers. And I said that just because we're going to end up losing, we're going to lose a game we shouldn't. And today, maybe that was that game. And maybe we didn't just lose it. We got our asses kicked, but it was going to happen. I mean, it was going to happen. This isn't going to be the last game we lose throughout the year. So I'm not concerned at all. I mean, everybody, so we got let's see. We got a 2, a 3, a 1, a 2. Juan says we're all trash.
What? Juan? What the hell?
I'm not concerned. This was a horrible game. There's no doubt about it. But as far as concerned, not a fucking chance. No way.
Yeah. I've seen some very gross Vikings games in my day, and this one's right near the top. But I'm not concerned. I just it doesn't worry me. We're 8-2. A lot of winnable games coming up in the schedule. A team that I know can fight. They have fight in them. They don't have any give up in them. Today things went south. Things went bad. They'll bounce back. They'll recover from this one. If the Jets come to town, we drop our third straight and we're 8-4, then I might get concerned. Right now, I'm not concerned at all.
Mr. Hennigan, I agree. We had to feed them the ball, but when you're down by 30 points, there's a point where you just have to say, this is not happening. I mean, we were running all over them. We were averaging over almost 4.5 yards a carry. And, I mean, Dalvin Cook was eating. He was getting his, but there's our offensive line. Look who was on our offensive line.
And then, I mean, tons of penalties, false starts. I mean, it just the protection was bad. They didn't know snap count against at home. That's the other thing. And we're at home, and this was just this bad, which just puts salt in the wounds.
Ed Donatel. I mean, that's one other thing. This dude is just either. I mean, our defense is either really game on or just completely dog shit, and they were dog shit today.
It's weird because I actually felt like they were making progress. Like, I mean, he was blitzing more. I mean, these last 3-4 games have all been like, a step up, just things are getting better and better and better. And then today, just you leap off the ledge and you're back to where you were after the Eagles game. So I don't know. I don't know. I just think it comes down to the line of scrimmage.
Anybody who even tries to come up with an explanation for what we just saw is just guessing, because nobody would ever guessed we would lose 40-3 at home and just a complete shit show. Tony Pollard owned us. He averaged over 5 yards a carry. He had 6 receptions for over 100 yards and 2 touchdowns. Tony Pollard is our nemesis.
He dominated us. We have no match for anybody named Tony.
Tony freaking Pollard. Let's go. Let's do our studs and turds.
We might as well.
I mean, do you want to talk special teams? Who gives a shit? We got a field goal and a couple of good punts.
And one really bad punt.
Yeah, super bad punt. Come on. Let's see your studs and turds. Try and dig as deep as you can to try to find a stud.
Be proud. Show your face.
Let's do it. Come on. Let's go. Let's get on here. Let's go.
We love this damn team.
Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. 8-2. 8-2. Still going to the playoffs, baby.
Davey's still here.
Finally found the love of a lifetime. Nick Mullins, we got a stud. Ryan Wright's a stud. You got to come on and do it. Let's go.
Yeah,
let's go.
Come on. Where's our guys?
Let's
Anybody?
Go. Let's go. Oh yeah, we got
color
some. I'm waiting. I'm just waiting for a little chunk to grow here, just like you in the morning. All right, let's go. Davey, I'm so glad.
Hey, look at that guy.
There's no point beating this thing to death. We suck today, right?
We did.
Just got to turn the page. That's all we got to do.
Banana.
And I'm munching on a banana. No, listen. Ed Donatel, he's not going to change a thing. So we might as well just forget about this guy, push him under the rug, let him do what he's got to do, and then can his ass at the end of the year and go back to 4-3. But seriously, I think we should have signed Ndamukong Suh and brought back Linville. That would have helped a lot. How we let these guys slip from our fingers, I don't know. But anyway, came on here just to let you guys know I'm still alive. I'm not bent over the toilet puking my guts out. That's for another time, another story. Have a good one, guys. See you next week.
Well done, sir. The most random thing ever to eat after you're drinking is a banana.
Huge shots, and he comes on eating a banana. You can't even make it up. It's the best. It's the best.
Speaking of banana, SSM and the house. Look at that.
Oh, you guys beating.
Davey puts a smile on my face.
Absolutely.
Sometimes I can't help but wonder if maybe McCarthy's got nudes on the Wilfs or something like that. He's got something up there that won't let us beat them at home. But anyway, I don't really got a stud. I got really like 2 turds, and I'm just echoing what you guys have said. The first turd I'm not going to talk about very much. It's the media. They're going to call the Vikings frauds, and we're going to be talked about in this fucking sense that we're not a legit team anymore. Yeah. We're 8-2 for a goddamn reason. And that's my second turd are all these cynical fans that I see. We're 8-2 for a reason. This team still fights. We're gonna go into the postseason. We will. I guarantee it right here. All that matters is playing well when we get there. And if we have to take a game because we need to get healthy again, then that's what happens. It's like going against the Bills. And like they should just rest Josh Allen, honestly, because then he's healthier down the stretch. But at the end of the day, it doesn't fucking matter. We're 8-2. We're going to the postseason, and we're just moving on to the next one.
Let's go, baby.
SSM.
Oh, SSM.
Maybe he should have been in the locker room at halftime.
Somebody. God,
that almost
Maria
got me
is in the house.
Hey, Maria.
Hey, boys. I'm on the Peloton trying to cycle off some of this rage.
Wow. First ever.
Go.
So basically, I got to say my stud is Greg Joseph because he didn't miss any extra points.
Not bad.
Maybe.
Not bad.
You're right.
And my turd's got to be Hawkinson just because I expect better. You know, we all knew what was going to happen with Booth starting. I didn't expect much more, but Hawkinson, we traded for him. He needs to make those big TD catches. We lost Rudolph, so we need another big tight end to catch it in the end zone.
Boom. Maria, you give that ride some hell. Give it hell.
Keep going.
You need to send me your user so I can follow you on Peloton. Yeah. I will smoke you, Maria. I will smoke you.
A couple things I did not expect today. Maria to be on a bike and Davey to eat a banana.
I can't think of anything better. We're trying to go to Benjamin, but it's just black, so I don't know what's happening.
We can hear you, Benjamin. We can't see you.
Weird.
Well, we can hear you, man. We'd love to hear your third.
Stud is the fans, I guess, and Evans for tweeting his team along on Twitter. He was cheering them on, telling them not to quit,
nice.
I guess.
Like it. I like it.
Turd, I guess, just the coaches, man. It's I was expecting us to drop either going into these games, the Bills, Dallas, or Patriots. I was expecting us to get a beating like the Eagles gave us. Not this bad, but I was expecting one. I'm not worried about it. I'm not even mad about it. I was expecting it, but I don't know. It's probably the sober slap that they needed. Can't keep playing this close and keep coming back. I mean, that wears on you. That stresses your endurance on the long run. So hopefully this wakes them up.
Slap on the ass that they needed. Well done, Benjamin.
A slap on the ass.
He's just in a dark closet.
I don't know. Hey.
All right, let's go. We know this guy. Let's go to Skull TUA, who looks more
there he is.
Anything in the world.
Much to the community as you're gaining, and I think that's where we are. We sponsored so many different things. The Little League ball game.
I expected them to lose the game. They weren't going to go. They weren't going to lose another. They weren't going to run the table. But living in fucking Texas.
Oh yeah, that's gotta hurt.
Texas cow fucking pussy fans are just like Skip Bayless. So I'm surrounded by all these fuckers, and all you're gonna hear is blah blah blah. Well, okay, fine. Michael Parsons, you beat our fucking backup tackle. Good for you. You guys were pissed.
Fired up.
You got your ass kicked 2 weeks in a row. About time you came fucking fired up. I tell you what, in the playoffs, you come to the bank again, I fucking guarantee you we will smack that ass.
Yeah, let's go. Let's go.
So, having said that, I think we beat the Patriots. They have no offense. So, we might lose one game, late in the season. Detroit, we might lose Detroit. They look pretty good today. But I'm not worried. The Vikings do this. They play a great game, and then they seem to, for whatever reason, the next game is flat. But then they did the same thing in 2017. They played a great game, then they lost, and then, I hopefully they learn from their mistakes. But I want the Cowboys in the playoffs. I want them to come to the bank, and I want them to do what my alma mater did Saturday: drop fucking 63 on their asses.
Nice. Hey, fired up.
I don't like to cuss. I don't cuss too much, but
I do.
But well, I know you guys do. But I will be here Wednesday. Or if you guys, whatever you guys do your live show Wednesday.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, we are.
I will be here Wednesday. And next time you guys do a live stream, I will be here. I'm not leaving. I'm not going anywhere.
Yes.
So scroll and hey, it's all good, baby. We're 8-2. Let's enjoy the playoffs.
Yeah, we're into it. We're into it. Skull
Skull
TUA.
TUA. Appreciate the support. Skull TUA always is joining us live. We greatly appreciate that. Let's go to Isaac. Isaac in the house.
Isaac. Hello.
Well, it was disappointing to see. Really disappointing. 8-2. Sky's not falling.
Absolutely.
It's okay, but you just need to show a little bit more heart on that field. But it's okay. I'm not overly angry, but I mean, we need to work on some things defensively and offensively against the Patriots. I mean, don't look at them lightly and just do your thing. That's all I have to say.
Boom.
Boom.
Dig out.
Isaac, well done.
He's right.
Isaac with his debut, and I think he nailed it. Let's go to this sexy
Hey!
son of a bitch.
Look at this guy right there. He's smiling. That's good sign.
Yeah, not because of this game, but because of the. All right, so I'm gonna get my turds out of the way quickly. It's the defense and offensive line. Just All right.
Yep.
But my turd is no. He doesn't even play for the Vikings. It's motherfucking Davey. Woo!
I think he meant stud.
Did you call Davey a turd?
Oh.
Yeah, I think he did.
My stud is motherfucking Davey. Sorry, that has my head all.
He's eating a banana right now.
Yeah.
Well done. Who's your turd?
My turd is the defense and offensive.
Oh, yeah, I already gave his turd. All right. I'm
Yep,
sorry.
I
was,
did,
I was
yes.
all completely.
All right.
Matamidai, well done, sir. You make sure to check that smoke alarm for batteries. I want to make sure you're
for sure
back there.
Oh yeah. Woo!
Always.
Matamidai. How can you not love Matamidai?
You should have kept it on. See what you would have done.
Probably jumping jacks. I don't know. Oh, look at this fella.
Oh, how's he feeling? He got himself a beating tonight.
Nice. I know. I can't wait. It's
Absolutely,
really cold down
dude.
here in Florida, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, I'm not in Minnesota anymore. Turds of the game, man. I'm going to say the whole team. And you know why? It was a home game. They don't have the carrot out there dangling for the team to wear chains on the freaking plane ride home. So there's nothing for them to play for, it seems like, on this home game. And studs of the game were, the One Bar Lepagus show. We all hung in there.
Yeah, we did.
So we're all winners there, baby.
Head guy, we love you, man.
Love you
We
too.
love that guy. Just
Fantastic.
whapping back shots of Grey Goose.
Grey Goose.
Head guy. Appreciate that. Thank you.
Fantastic. So fantastic.
All right, Lepagus, we're ending on a good note. Who's your turd?
If I'm going to pick a single turd, and I know it's probably not fair, but Blake Brandel was god-awful today. You're a backup. You come in, you're going to Micah Parsons, but, I mean, he just looked like he didn't belong. He looked like he should be in the XFL. Blake Brandel, my turd.
Yeah, that's fair. I'm going a little bit higher. I'm going Kevin O'Connell. Kevin O'Connell's been fantastic, but when you end up losing 40-3 at home and you're 8-1, it's not going to come down to your left tackle or your whatever. I mean, something severely went wrong today, and it wasn't even. I mean, Blake Brandel wasn't on defense today. I mean, we got completely destroyed. This starts from the top. Kevin O'Connell is my turd, and it's not even close. And don't get me wrong, I love Kevin O'Connell, but this comes down to the coach.
Well, again, I don't know. I just think it was where it matters, in the trenches, the big guys. We were defeated both sides, and you can coach all you want, but if you can't block, if you can't pass rush, this is what's going to happen, 40-3. So
yeah, but when you look at the whole game, we were dominated on every aspect of this game. It wasn't just, it was everything. Dak Prescott, you want to talk about the trenches? Dak Prescott was 22 of 25. We were
again, he had no pressure
everything today.
He had no heat on him. So again, it's this game where everything went bad. It was fair shape for the Vikings, and it was horrible.
Oh, hold on. We got to bring this guy on. Jacob T.
Hey, Jacob T.
You need to send us your address, sir.
Yeah, he's the guy we're waiting for.
Oh my God, I keep forgetting.
last week.
Yeah,
you come on,
came on.
and I told you, I said we got your info. And you're like, all right, and then I realized afterwards I don't.
Busy week. I'm just currently sulking at the result of what I just watched on national television. So,
hit me up on Twitter or email onebarlopicus@gmail. We owe you a hat.
I know. It's just I guess I'll get my studs and my turds. I guess my studs is I guess the only guy I can give it to is Ryan Wright, because he showed up and he did his job. Even he didn't completely
pretty much only all you can.
I mean, I don't know. It's just this is probably the worst game I've watched, a Vikings game I've watched probably since that really bad 2011 season. They were like 3-13 and they were so shitty. This is just and this feels weird because the Vikings just got their ass kicked by a really good team, and they're still up like 4.5 games in the division. Like the Lions are now second place in the division. Shout out Micro Mike, wherever you're at.
Mike.
It's just it's such a damn frustrating game because like if they lose this game like 40-35, obviously the mood would be like, well, Cowboys are a good team. It's a tough loss, but it's just they just got their ass kicked from the beginning. First drive of the game, it was third down. Christian Darrisaw, got worked, and Micah Parsons strip sacks him, and it's just the shit kind of goes down from there. And I think wasn't Lupicus that said earlier it didn't really matter, or was it one of you guys said earlier? Like it doesn't matter if KJ Hawkinson caught that touchdown pass. This team was probably still getting their ass kicked.
Absolutely.
And it's just it's a tough game. And on Thursday, I don't know if you guys are doing a call-in show afterwards, but probably not since Thanksgiving. But it's a tough game. And obviously, like you got New England next, you got New York, who the Jets. I mean, they're not a bad team. I mean, they can't score on offense, but their defense is damn good. It's just I'm kind of rambling on at this point, but there's not really a lot else I can say besides this game sucked ass.
Absolutely.
Probably one of the worst games I watched in my life. I mean,
yeah, it was painful.
Hey,
hit us up. Give us your address.
I will DM you on Twitter at one bar, so you should get one soon. All right.
All right, man. Appreciate it.
Perfect.
Jacob T.
He's so busy. He's too busy for a beanie.
I don't blame him. All right. Okay. So we gave her turds. Who's your stud?
God, I don't know. This is like picking like the least smelling turd from a pile of diarrhea. Patrick Jones, 4 tackles, tackle for loss. I thought he showed some fire. He was one of the few guys I actually saw today that looked fired up, looked invested in this game, like actually cared when he made a good play. So I'm going to go Patrick Jones, the second.
You really could you could pick anybody. It doesn't matter. It was dog shit. I'm going with Harrison Phillips. Horrible Harry. He had some very good plays early first half. I don't remember seeing him in the second half at all, but he had some big plays. He was fired up, and not many people were. So Harrison Phillips is my stud, and that is really it.
Yeah, in a game when there really wasn't many studs at all, it's hard to pick one. And it's sad it's what it came to, but it's the truth of it. So Vikings are 8-2. They lost 40-3 against the Cowboys. We're going to try to forget this one as quick as we can, but we will try to come up with
I don't remember it.
Our winners and our losers events coming up next. But until we do that, remember this. We don't know if spiders fart.
I don't even know what you just said.
No one does.